understanding the books, the models, the frameworks, and the cases of organizations who have used it and experienced it over the years. So the second principle is B, build your basics. So you need to have clarity with your aspirations, and you need to then start building your basics. The third principle is really about having the ability to communicate with clarity and confidence. For you are now getting into a world where you're going to be working with and through people. Any business, any enterprise, any organization calls for you to work with and through people. And the way to leverage people power is through communication. If people don't communicate with each other, how do you work together? And we all know communication. For years, we have been communicating. Communication is not new. We communicate at home, we communicate at school, we communicate with our friends. But the communication that I'm talking about is the communication that will inspire and inform, which means you need to communicate with clarity. You need to be clear, what's it that I want to communicate? And be able to communicate it with clarity so that the other person understands it in the way it is meant to be. And it has to be communicated with confidence. Because through confidence, you are communicating a vision, a dream, a path that people will be willing to follow with comfort. If you're communicating with a lack of confidence, people will hesitate. Should I take this with a pinch of salt, or should I ignore this even? But when you communicate with confidence, it creates a comfort and faith in those who are listening to you. So the ability to communicate is not just about language. The ability to communicate is not just about ideas and thoughts. It's about the clarity with which you're communicating it and the confidence with which you communicate it. And this, unfortunately, is not going to be taught to you in a classroom. This is never available in a book from which you can just imbibe it. This happens only through practice. And during the next 2 years, you're going to have an enormous amount of opportunity to practice this. You are not going to be forced into it, but the opportunity is going to be made available to you. And when that opportunity is made available to you, are you willing and ready to sort of grip it with both your hands and try it out? Because through practice, you're going to gain greater aplomb with respect to clarity and confidence in your communications. The third principle, therefore, is communicate with clarity and confidence. Aspire, build your basics, communicate with clarity and confidence. I now come to the fourth principle. This is about your willingness to think big, dare to dream, and be determined to deliver. Dreams are not just what you have when you are asleep. True and powerful dreams are those that you have when you're standing, walking, and working. When you're awake and alive. You need to dare yourself to dream. And dream big, without constraints, without any limitations. Dream of the difference that you can create. Dream of the value that you can add. Dream of the difference you can make to people and situations. Dare to dream. But it doesn't stop there. It's not enough that you dream. You need to be able to translate it to reality. And while you're at it, there are bound to be a number of roadblocks and hurdles. You need a certain degree of determination to deliver what you set out to do. And the determination to deliver is something that will earn you enormous amount of recognition, for you are not just a daydreamer, but you are a doer. And that is something you need to build, first of all, as a mindset. Second, as something that you will be able to translate not once, but time and time again. And that should become your calling card. When somebody thinks of you, they need to think of a person who dreams big and does deliver on those dreams. Somebody whom they can rely on, somebody whom they can trust, somebody whom they can follow. That's the significant value that you need to add. And that is something that you will do only when you yourself are confident of doing it for yourself. So, are you able to translate to reality every thought that comes to your mind? Are you able to think through the process of translating thought into action, dreams into delivery? So the fourth principle, dare to dream and be determined to deliver, is something that you will gain experience in and capability with as you keep doing this in every walk of your life in the next 2 years. Be it a project, be it an assignment, be it an internship, be it in terms of contributing in class, or be it in working together with your friends on an event, or playing together on the sports field. Are you able to create a dream for yourself and others, which is big and inspiring? And are you able to plan and execute as a team to deliver on that dream? And when you engage on that time and time again, you start understanding what it takes to make dreams into realities. And that gives you enormous amount of confidence and energy to go out into the world and do it at the workplace as well. This is but a nursery where you can try these things with security and